what's wonderful about Aishwarya and myself is that we managed to demarcate personal and professional.
Hello, Abhishek. Pleasure. Talk.
Hello, Russell. Thank you for doing this.
It's completely the pleasure. Pleasure is all mine. Well, I've seen the trailer of Breed. I was fortunate enough to see it yesterday only, and
Okay, did you like it?
I loved it. I love Breed 1, and I must say that Breed 2 is looking far better. So that's saying a lot.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you.
And so nice to see you. It seems that you have completely, shed your inhibitions. You have completely gone into the character. It does look like that, but this looks like a huge performance-oriented role from you. Long time. So when you talk about Breed 2, what was the first aspect that drew you to the script, to the project? What would you say that was?
Well, firstly, thank you for those kind words. I hope I can live up to them. Um, when Mayank, the director, first met me and narrated the basic uh, story arc of and the beats of this season, I instinctively was drawn to it, and I just felt like this is something I want to be a part of. It was very interesting. It's something that just grabbed me. I heard it as a normal narration, as you would even for a movie, and it just worked on a very foundational level in that sense. So that, I mean, it was literally the writing and the material that just grabbed me.
That being said, of all the diverse characters you have played in your 20-year career, first of all, congratulations recently,
Thank you.
20 years. So all the
Thank
diverse
you.
characters you play, I feel after seeing the trailer that this is probably your darkest character. Would you say so, that this is really dark compared to the characters you have played before?
No, I wouldn't call Avinash Sabharwal dark, actually. I would call him desperate. He's a father who's trying to find his daughter, and he's willing to go to whatever extent he has to do that. So it's very emotional. So I wouldn't call it a dark character, no.
Okay. What would be about this role that separates it or something different from all that you have done so far?
I think first and foremost, the most obvious, which is this is the first time I'm doing, Amazon Prime original series. It's the first time that I've got the opportunity to work on a character which is going to pan out over 12 episodes. So, in a sense, I'm getting almost 3 to 4 films to establish a character and work on the character and play with that character and enjoy it. So that was obviously the first change that I perceived and saw. Uh, Apart from that, I mean, the making of it and all is exactly the same as we do in films. So that was fun. Um, so yeah, I think the biggest difference and the thing that was very novel for me was obviously the medium and the amount of time that it afforded me to be able to develop the story and the character.
Okay, Abhishek, you have really done work in every genre you name it. There's been slapstick comedy, there's been masala, there have been serious films, dramatic films, all kinds of films. Would you say that the role offered to you in Breed 2 is a role that Bollywood hasn't managed to give you in some time?
No, no. I, I don't think Mayank as a director thinks of it in that perspective. Um, is it something that I've done before? No. And that's a good thing. But it's not. I don't think the debate is between it's have they not offered me work like this in the past? That's why I've no. It's not like that. I never judged it in that sense. I judged it just as a story. I never thought of anything else. I never thought that this is coming on Amazon Prime versus a cinema or whatever. It was just an exciting project that I wanted to be a part of, and that was the only criteria.
Okay, okay. When making the switch, like you said, now this is your first OTT show. When making the
Yes.
switch to this, was there ever any aversion that once cropped up in your mind, any trepidation that saying a big mainstream actor is finally coming onto the web space?
No, never. And I think that would only happen if you're not completely confident of the material that you're doing. I have immense confidence and faith in the material that was written for Breathe into the Shadows. So when you're coming off subject matter which you're so confident of, I think these other things don't matter to you. You don't even think about them.
Do you think so? It's also to say how the audience has evolved, because there was a time when our audience are masses used to, bracket people. Even the media has been responsible for this. TV actors, film actors, audience doesn't see people that anymore.
No, yeah, at the end of the day, you answered it. It's I think the media needs to classify things to better explain a particular point of view. For me, an actor is an actor is an actor. It doesn't matter if he's working on stage, on a street play, on television, on a web series, or on cinema, or anywhere. You're an actor, and you should just be happy that you have a job. It's as simple as that. So it's never made a difference to me.
Okay. I spoke to your co-star, Breed 2 co-star, Nithya Menon yesterday, and
Isn't she wonderful?
it's too good, too good. And
Yeah,
we were
she's
speaking about the
brilliant.
films. I love her films also, 100 Days of Love and OK Kanmani. So we were talking about, especially when OK Kanmani came up, that she has done a film with Mani Sir, and you have also done films with Mani Sir, which is a lovely coincidence.
Yes.
So speaking about that, now that you have come into web space, would you be open to doing complete South film, like not Ravan, where Mani Sir did both the films in Hindi and in South, but a
No,
complete.
well, see, when we did Ravan, I did the Hindi version,
Yeah.
and there was a Tamil version which I wasn't in. Aishwarya was in both.
Yes. Yes.
So the role I played Bira's role in the Hindi version, and
And she
Kenny
and
sir,
Vikram played your role in
yeah, Vikram played Bira's role in
the
Ravana,
Tamil version.
and Prithvi played Ram's role in Ravanan, and
Yes.
Vikram sir played that role in Ravan. So I never have technically been part of a Tamil.
Would you
I
would you
mean,
be open to doing
even when
that
we did
without
when I did Yuva for Money, and he simultaneously made I the Irthu, which was the Tamil version. It was a completely different star cast. My role was played by Maddie. Um, I'd love to. I'm dying to do a Tamil film. I love Tamil cinema. I love Telugu cinema. I love Malayali cinema. I love Kannada cinema. I'm an avid watcher of South Indian films, and I'm looking for an opportunity. I'd love to.
also if you do get the opportunity, would you go the extra mile and dub your dialogues in the local language?
I try my best. My biggest, I was, Money had always wanted me to do Ravanan as well, but I realized that Bira's character was so difficult, and I requested Money. I said, look, I'm going to have a tough enough time doing the Hindi version. I don't want the stress of learning the dialogues of the Tamil. So ideally, in an ideal world, I'd love to learn the language completely, so I'm comfortable with the dialogue. So I would like to do it that way. But I mean, there are many things that come into it to play. Whether I'm good enough or not is another one. So
I'm sure you would crack it. I mean to say, there hasn't been a role that Abhishek hasn't been good in.
oh, thank you. It's kind of you to say.
Yes. Are you say happy now that there's been announced? Breathe 2 was always meant for digital space. Or something was always meant for digital space. But movies nowadays, considering the lockdown, there's a whole bunch of movies that have mad because of circumstances have had to make the shift and opt for an OTT release. Like your film too is doing that, The Big Bull. As an artist, are you happy with that, or would you have preferred watching it on the big screen?
I'm just happy that audiences will get to see my film. That's the most important. I work for the audiences. I want audiences to see my films, and I'm just happy that they get to see my films.
This thing that has happened, is it a matter of purely circumstance? Do you feel?
Well, the interview I was doing before you, I was asked the same question. I'm not so sure if we'd be having this debate if we weren't in the midst of this pandemic. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain. My audiences are getting to see my films. If not more people have access to my films, I can't complain. So I'm not going to. I don't even want to get into that debate because I'm just happy I get to make films that people get to see it.
But going forward, do you think so that this is something that may stick?
We'll find out, I guess. There's no point. There's no point thinking about what might happen. I guess we're going to have to just figure it out and find out for ourselves. So we'll see.
True. Okay, there's another unique distinction that you have achieved now that the Big Bull is releasing on OTT. Amitabh Sir's film Gulabo Sitabo also released a little while ago on OTT. You and Amit P have become the first father-son pair whose two separate films have released directly on OTT. This has not happened before. Did you all realize this?
No, actually, we didn't. But yeah, that's cool, huh?
Yeah, this has not happened before. I mean, of all the stuff you all have done, Bunty or Bubbly, June,
Yes.
June Pa, so many movies. But this has never happened before. It's not happened with Michael Douglas, Kirk Douglas. This has not happened with Jake Potter. It's not happened with anyone. It's just first pair to do it.
Oh, it's an honor to be spoken about in the same breath as the great Amitabh Bachchan is an honor for any actor, and I'm his biggest fan, so it's an honor.
Did you see Gulabo Sitabo? What are your views on it?
Yes, I mean, I've seen it through the making of the film as well. Dad and used to keep showing me all the rushes. I think it was wonderful. I think Amazon Prime Video did a fantastic job of putting it out there. I believe it's done very, very well for them. I'm happy. And like I said, at the end of the day, these are weird, unprecedented times. And in times like this, if somebody, a company like Amazon Prime Video is giving you the opportunity to show your work to millions of people, I think it's a win-win situation. So congratulations to Shujit, to Ayushman, to Ronnie, the producer, to Dad, to Obika, the cinematographer, the entire cast and crew, and to the entire team at Amazon Prime Video for giving us such a wonderful product to watch during the lockdown.
You and Aishwarya ma'am have also done some amazing movies together. And
thank you.
Now that the web space is really grown in a big way, have you all ever discussed of combining together for a project, for a digital project?
What's wonderful about Aishwarya and myself is that we managed to demarcate personal and professional. We've never thought of doing a project for the sake of just being together, that, oh, both of us coming together. It's something that has to satisfy creatively the needs of each individual artist. So it's never been like, oh, let's put a project together. It's all about, okay, here's something that's really good and interesting. So it entirely depends on what the subject is.
Your fans will kill us if I do not ask you this question. Okay, this has come in as a request from your fans. How is Aaradhya been coping during the lockdown, and have you all done something extra special to keep her mind occupied when you all are all cooped up in the house?
Well, she's in school, so she had virtual school that was going on, so that occupies the largest share of her day. And I think she's just very happy to have her mom and dad together for such a long period of time. You know, ever since she's been born, I've been so busy making movies. I don't get to spend the amount of time at home that I would like to. So I think she's just very happy that she has a mom and dad and her grandparents all under the same roof all together. So that's been a blessing for all of us. We get to spend some very great quality family time.
Thank you, Abhishek, so much. And
my pleasure. Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to Breed 2, but I also hope that Ludo I see on the big screen, because I like watching you on the big screen as an audience. That is my preference. I like watching you on the big screen first.
As long as you watch it, I'm happy.